Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Taiwo, the FMC Media Group Chairman, and I have here before me
Mrs. Adeosun Ariola
and Mrs.
Olaifakaya.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We are here to get some information from you, sir, as our FMC president and the coordinator of the FMC cooperative in general. So a lot of people have been asking, they want to know much about you. Who is Dr. Salaudeen himself? So how did he come to Forestry Research of Nigeria? What about his family background and so many things? So a lot of people really want to know you more. So the reason why we are here to ask you some series of questions so that people can know you more beyond the scope. So, sir, we have little questions here to ask you, sir, and we will be very appreciative if you can give us the answer that actually convinced a lot of people outside there. Okay, this is exactly the Dr. Salaudeen we have been talking about. Okay, so I will start from my secretary, sir. So we will first ask a question from you, sir.
Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah, all praise and adoration is to Almighty Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Sir, thank you very much, sir, for your attention, sir. Sir, according to what we have here about this interview, is about who and who in FMC, sir. So, and a lot of people want to know more about you, sir. So, for me now, I only know Dr. Taofeeq Salaudeen as FMC president, and also I can say a research scientist. And so, for the purpose of this interview and for this visit, so, sir, we want to know you better. We want to know you in details. We, if possible, we want to know the village, we want to know the community or the town that raised our dear president. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasul Kareem. Qala Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. First and foremost, I give glory to Almighty Allah, who has given us this opportunity. I equally want to thank the media crew for coming up with this idea, fantastic idea. The FMCs we're about 12 years now, if I'm not mistaken. So for this to come up again is additional plus for our dear Muslim community. So I pray Allah to reward you abundantly. Coming back to your question, knowing me more than you have known me may take us a very long time. But I will put it as saying, let me give a little background about myself. I remain Taofeeq Salaudeen. I was born over 50 years back in Lagos, and to the family of the late Alhaji Bashir Salaudeen and Fausa Salaudeen. I completed my nursery, primary, and secondary school in Lagos. People might want to know the particular town that raised the little person you are seeing. We thank God for Lagos, Eko Nibaje. I left Lagos after 20 years. That was when I went for my first degree in the University of Abeokuta, now FUNAB. That was when I had my first degree. Like every other committed aspiring youth, My target after service was to settle down and marry. I never knew I was going to continue with education. So after service, I quickly, in fact, not after service. I was fortunate I secured a teaching job before I finished the service. So I taught for about 8 years or so, or 9 years. Before I left, I resigned and joined Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria in 2007 as a research scientist. And that was when I now continue my education. So my second degree was in the University of Ibadan. A major in analytical chemistry, and I did a third degree in University of Forte in South Africa. Still in analytical chemistry. That's the little I can say about myself now.
Thank you very much. I have like 2-3 questions for you, sir. The first one is, what motivated you to actively participate in this cooperative, and how does the cooperative align with your personal values?
Thank you very much. Honestly, I like that question. What gave that motivation? Right from even before I joined FRIN, I was trained by MSS. I so much participated in MSS activity, and that has given me that background that as Muslim, you can't practice your religion in isolation. You get strength. You are formidable when you come together, and that is what Allah says in the Quran. So if you must enjoy your religion, you create that atmosphere that will give you that strength, or give you that support to be able to deliver when it comes to the practice of your religion. So that has been my motive right from onset. So it is not all about coming to FRIN. It is wherever I find myself. Even while I work in Abuja and Mina, it has always been, let us come together as Muslims. Let us find something more purposeful for ourselves. So coming to FRIN wasn't an exception. And since you are particular about cooperative, when I joined here, Alhamdulillah, I got that understanding that Allah forbids usury. So I'm not only getting the understanding, ready to abide by that law in Islam. But of course, we know we have so many injunctions from Allah. It's not all this injunction we're able to follow, but that aspect, alhamdulillah, I understood it very well, and I have determined. In fact, my first opportunity was in the bank, and I refused to join, simply because it's all about usury. So that was the understanding we had there. So when I joined FRIN, I observed what was going on. Fortunately, the FRIN cooperative, the existing FRIN cooperative, the interest-based one, we have some executive in my department, FPD and you there. So I see people coming to meet the executive there, and I ask, why have they come? You see them coming to lobby. Somebody wants a loan In fact, the funny thing is that they will tell you they want the loan in about 3 months' time. They are coming to lobby, beg the executive that they want this loan. And in my life, I see that as injustice. What kind of cheating is that? You have your money there. This is what you are entitled to. Why should you beg for it? So I so much hate such with passion. So I never knew something like this will happen. So I always have it at the back of my mind that if I have this opportunity, people must not ask or beg for what they are due for. So, and then as Allah will want it, even before then, I was opportune to handle the welfare committee of that department. So that I gave a new leaf. So people observed how maybe this person has something different in stock. And then the members of the department were begging me that I should come and contest the president of the friend cooperative. And I said, no, it's against my religion. I can't do that. And even before that, I met Alhaji Imran, because when I joined Friend, this small mosque we have here is in existence, and we have very few members coming to pray. I met Alhaji Imran. I know Alhaji Imran before then. We finished from UNAP together. He was my senior right back then. So we know each other. So when I saw him, I was happy. So, and Alhaji, the late Alhaji Adigun, they were the one managing the welfare in the mosque. So, and I approached them and I said, I think what happened, somebody had an occasion or somebody had something that we needed to give support to. And they were announcing it in the mosque that we need to give support to somebody. Maybe he was doing something. So we had to contribute within ourselves to give that person. So I now met the leaders and the elders then, that things like this, we can do it better. So contribution should be something that should be in existence, so that when the need to use them come, we can easily take from our purse. And of course, Alhaji Imran knew me right from FUNAP. So he agreed, and I now worked on it. So that was the first time I knew Mr. Ismail Agbalagbi, being an accountant then. So I now approached him. So I begged him, because it was very difficult then, that you want a platform that will be deducting from members for the Muslim. There's nothing like a community then for the Muslims. So it was a tug of war. But alhamdulillah, Ismail really tried then. So I think that was how it started. Now, you were referring to cooperative in its entirety. So the passion has been there that we need to create a community. But how can we do it? We couldn't until Allah gave that idea to some other members at the college and FPD and FDF. So they now invited us that we should come together to form the Muslim community. So immediately, the day I attended that meeting, I was so happy that what I was nurturing or what I had in mind was the same thing they have brought. So, and that was how it started. Coincidentally, I never knew that what I would say is that they don't know I have that passion for cooperative. When we came together, we agreed that let us start the community from 3 angles. Let's create a constitution for ourselves. We'll set a committee for that, about 2 or 3 man committee. Let's think of someone that will create that cooperative for us. That was supposed to be another group. And another group that will give us public awareness. And that was a Ramadan lecture, you know. So without asking anybody, they just appointed me to take charge of cooperative. And Dr. Aziz was in charge of the Ramadan lecture, and the late Dr. Adigbite was in charge of the constitution. And that was how it started. So we invited experts to give us training, just to know how it operates. And I think that is the little I can say. Because of that passion, I moved and I met different cooperative society. Even I met Mr. The Muslim here, Mr. Free College here, Mr. Karim. Yes. I met him too. Even at that time, he couldn't give any assistance. But notwithstanding, I moved to Ali class. That's the secretariat. I moved to UI. I met different people. So I gathered idea, and that was how it started.